The night before my wedding, my best friend sent my fiancé a message that said, "Tomorrow, we finally stop lying." I wasn't supposed to see it. My name is Sarah, I'm 29. And until 3 months ago, I thought I had the perfect life. Perfect fiancé, perfect best friend. Perfect wedding. I had been with Ayan for 4 years. We met at work. He was quiet, steady, calm. The kind of man who fixed things instead of talking about them. And then there was Hira, my best friend since college. Loud, funny, protective. She once told a guy at a cafe, "If you hurt her, I will ruin your life." I believed her. I trusted her with everything, including my wedding. She helped me choose the dress. She held my hand when I cried from stress. She even planned my bridal shower. That's what makes this worse. The first red flag was small, too small. About 6 months before the wedding, I noticed Ayan smiling at his phone. Not unusual, but when I walked into the room, he tilted it away. "Who's that?" I teased. "No one, just a meme." I laughed and moved on. It didn't feel big enough to question, but then it happened again and again. One night, I grabbed his phone playfully. "Let me see the meme king." He pulled it back too quickly. "Battery's low," he said. That didn't even make sense. I felt something shift in my stomach, just slightly. The second red flag came from Hira. We were at a bridal shop. I was trying on dresses. When I stepped out, she was staring at me in the mirror. Not smiling, just staring. "What?" I laughed nervously. "You're lucky," she said. "Because of the dress?" "No," she replied. "Because he chose you." The way she said it made my chest tighten. "Of course he chose me," I joked. She forced a smile. "Yeah, of course." I ignored it. I shouldn't have. 3 months before the wedding, I saw something I wasn't meant to see. We were at my apartment. Hira had come over to help finalize invitations. Ayan's phone buzzed on the table. He was in the kitchen. Hira was sitting next to me. The phone lit up. Her name appeared. My brain froze, but she was right there. Sitting next to me, her phone was in her hand. She saw it too, her face drained of color. Then she quickly laughed. "Oh my God, he probably sent me some wedding stuff." She grabbed his phone before I could. "That's weird," I said slowly. "Why would he text you if you're right here?" She stood up too fast. "Bathroom," she muttered. My heart was pounding. When she came back, she avoided my eyes. I wanted to ask, I didn't. I told myself I was being insecure. The third red flag wasn't small. It was a punch to the chest. I came home early from work one afternoon. Ayan's car was outside. Strange. He said he'd be at the office all day. I unlocked the door quietly. Voices, laughter. My heart started racing. I stepped inside. The living room was empty. But I heard whispers from the bedroom. My bedroom, I walked toward it. Each step felt heavy. I pushed the door open. No one. Empty, the window was slightly open. I stood there, confused. Then my phone buzzed. It was Hira. "Are you home?" My blood ran cold. "How do you know?" I typed, no response. I checked the bathroom, still empty. But the bedsheets were wrinkled. And there were 2 coffee cups on my nightstand. 2. I didn't drink coffee that morning. That night I confronted Ayan. "Were you home today?" "No." "Don't lie to me," he frowned. Why would I lie? There were 2 cups in our bedroom. Silence. Then he shrugged. "Maybe you left them." I stared at him. I wasn't home. He sighed like I was exhausting him. "You're overthinking." That word again. Overthinking. I started doubting myself. Maybe I was stressed. Maybe wedding pressure was making me paranoid. So I did something I never thought I would do. I checked his laptop. The big reveal didn't come from messages. It came from a folder. Hidden password protected. But Ayan used the same password for everything. His mother's birthday. Inside the folder were photos. Selfies, screenshots. Pictures of hotel bookings. And videos of him and Hira. My vision blurred. There they were. Laughing in a hotel room, kissing, planning something. I clicked on one video. Hira's voice filled the room. "After the wedding, we'll tell her the truth. It'll hurt less if she's already married." My hand started shaking. Ayan laughed softly in the video. "She'll never suspect you." I couldn't breathe. After the wedding? They were planning to let me marry him. And then what, divorce me? Humiliate me, use me? There were more files. Documents, a rental agreement. In both their names, dated for 2 months after my wedding. My legs gave out. I sat on the floor and screamed. But no sound came out. I didn't cry, not at first. I felt numb, like my body shut down to survive. I called Hira. Come over, I said calmly. Why? Wedding emergency. She arrived within 15 minutes, smiling. Carrying cupcakes. I turned the laptop toward her. The video was paused on her face. Mid-laugh. Her smile disappeared. For a moment, we just stared at each other. Then she whispered, "How much did you see?" Enough. She sat down slowly. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. I laughed. A broken sound. Oh, when was it supposed to happen? After I say I do? She looked ashamed. Or maybe she was acting. It started a year ago, she said. A year. I felt like throwing up. You were helping me pick wedding colors? I didn't mean to fall in love with him, she whispered. I felt rage explode inside me. You don't accidentally fall into my fiancé. She flinched. We were going to tell you. When on the honeymoon? She started crying. I thought he loved me. That made me freeze. Thought? She looked confused. He told me he was only staying because of money. Money? I felt dizzy. What money? She frowned. Your father's property, the one you inherit after marriage. Everything went silent. My father had recently transferred assets into my name, but Ayan handled most financial discussions. He said if he left now, he'd get nothing, she continued. But after the wedding? My stomach dropped. After the wedding, divorce, settlement. I started laughing again, not because it was funny. Because it was insane. You two were going to use me. She shook her head. No, I loved him. And he? Her silence answered everything. That night, I confronted Ayan. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. I just placed the laptop on the table. He looked at it, then at me, and something in his face changed. No guilt, just calculation. So you know, he said calmly. Say it, I demanded. He exhaled. I was going to leave after the wedding. Why not now? Because timing matters. Timing, like my life was a business deal. Did you ever love me? I asked. He didn't answer immediately. That's complicated, I slapped him. Hard. He didn't react. You were going to humiliate me in front of everyone, I whispered. It wasn't about humiliation, it was strategy. Strategy. I felt my heart shatter. You used her too, I said. He smirked slightly. She was convenient. That's when I understood. Hira wasn't his partner. She was his pawn, just like me. Here's the final twist. I didn't cancel the wedding, not immediately. Instead, I changed everything. 2 days before the ceremony, I met a lawyer. I transferred every major asset into a trust. Under my mother's name, I removed Ayan from all shared accounts. And then I did something else. I invited Hira over. I'm canceling the wedding, I told her. Her face lit up for a second. Really? Yes, I said. You can have him. She looked stunned. What? I deserve better. And so do you, she started crying again. You're not angry? I'm exhausted, I replied. She left that night thinking she won. The wedding day came. Guests arrived. Family gathered. But instead of a ceremony, they received a message. Ayan stood at the venue confused. I never showed up. Instead, I sent him the updated prenup, with zero access to anything. And attached to it was one more thing. The hotel videos. Forwarded to Hira. With one message. He called you convenient. They didn't end up together. I heard through mutual friends that they lasted 2 weeks. Turns out when there's no money involved, loyalty disappears. I moved cities. Started therapy. Some days I still wake up shaking. Some days I still miss who I thought he was. But I don't miss them. The worst part? It wasn't losing a fiancé. It was losing my best friend. That betrayal cut deeper than romance ever could. If you're reading this and ignoring your gut, don't. Sometimes the smallest red flag is the beginning of the truth.